honestly, sometimes I enjoy the pre-production call more than the show itself. And basically, I'll let you guys into it. We're just talking about the pedigree of the Champions League, and the three of us, the trial, we came to the consensus that four teams have the Champions League at their birthright. Of course, respect to Real Madrid, they are the boss of the Champions League. Even when they are bad, they are winning the Champions. They are bossing the Champions League. But four teams are almost guaranteed to be the Champions League birthright guys, and that's Liverpool that they don't win the championship in England for 30 years, but went to as many as 6 finals within those 30 years. A Real Madrid in 2000 that does not look the best team. In 2002, they don't look the best team. And I think it was last year as well. You guys won the Champions League last season.
You can argue 2017 against Atletico Madrid. They were also not the better team.
Like, and you look at a Bayern Munich, we call them, they play in the Farmers League, blah, blah, blah. But Bayern always come to the Champions League to win the Champions League. And of course, the last one will be AC Milan. AC Milan, Kachi just reminded me that they've not been in the Champions League 2011. And they came back 2023 to get to the semi-finals of the Champions League. Semi-finals. And you look at a team like Arsenal that have been to Champions League semi-final maybe 5 times in their history, maybe less. So I was starting the preview of the Champions League with this, so you guys will understand where we're coming from and what we're thinking about. And it's the preview of the Champions League, and there's no pedigree. And this is no disrespect to Pep Guardiola or City or anybody or Inter Milan, but truth is Madrid and AC Milan are not on the same level when it comes to this competition with their opposition. They might not be the best. AC Milan is far from being the best in Italy. Even in the city of Milan, it's debatable they are the best in the city of Milan. Yeah. Not even in Italy. But I'm looking at them against it, and I'm like, okay, I'm giving it to AC Milan already, based on pedigree. So if anything happens, it's going to be a shocker. Okay, that was a shock. Not the other way around. And we're looking at City that look like the best team in the whole of Europe. I was watching their list of last maybe 30 games. City have lost just one game. Just once. They've lost just once. That's how ridiculous City has been since maybe the past 3 months. And I'm like, okay, let's even call Arsenal. Let's cut Arsenal some slacks in the league, because these ones are not. How do you compete against this kind of team? They are not normal. How do you even compete against this kind of team with that kind of coach, with those kind of players? But of course, it's still the best show in the whole of the device. News is Starter Sport, and this is the football segment. I've spoken too much, and I'm going to allow you guys to start. Tuji, I'm going to allow you to start with this one. It's going to be Inter Milan versus AC Milan at the San Siro.
Well, I mean, like you rightly said, it's the Champions League, and it's one of the it's the biggest league in the world, right, in the football space. And one very significant thing about it is you can never take away the history from the previous winners. There's something about that league that comes with experience. So, I mean, like you rightly said, head-to-head right now, Inter Milan seems to be in a better space than AC Milan, right? I mean, if you look at the league and what they've done playing against each other. But the truth is, when it comes to that Champions League football, I am going to give it to AC Milan. And again, you look at AC Milan when they play their counter-attack football, and I think it's one of the best in Europe right now.
Yeah,
they are quite dangerous when they play on the break, and I think that's going to be the main advantage over Inter Milan when it comes to Wednesday night football. In this week, I see AC Milan going through conveniently. I don't think it's going to be a very big struggle.
Oh wow, that's
I think I see AC Milan going through conveniently.
Conveniently, that's the word.
I think the other team I think is going to go through would probably struggle a bit. Would have to play disciplined football and effective football like they've done in the past few years, and that would be Real Madrid.
Real Madrid. And funny enough, for anybody that is watching us for the first time, Kachi is an ardent AC Milan fan. Olatuji is a very wonderful and ardent follower of Real Madrid. So it's two prestigious guy with a bloody Arsenal fan on the show. With a bloody Arsenal fan on the show, a team that does not even have an European trophy to start with. But yo, Kachi, I gotta come for you now. It's gonna be Milan versus Inter, and I'm rooting for Milan. I know Inter looks like the better team. They have Dzeko, they have Lukaku, they have Barella, they have those guys. And you look at the Milan team, you can't even pinpoint. Okay, and as a matter of fact, Rafael Leao went off during the weekend game against Lazio due to a growing problem. We don't know if that will affect him against Inter Milan or not. But that being said, even if Rafael Leao is not playing, you still have that gut feeling. You're like, oh, yo, it's Milan. They can handle Inter Milan anytime. I remember those days that Inter Milan had Zamorano, Pello, Zanetti, Ronaldo De Lima in their team, but Milan was still buzzing them year on year, you know? So what do you think is going to happen? Forget the fact that you're a Milan fan for a second. Just do this.
It's the classic case of big brother playing little brother. And no disrespect to Inter Milan. Pretty much what I'm trying to say is, you know how they will typically tell you that when you see two siblings, that the shorter one is usually the older one. In this case, Milan is the shorter one in terms of the fact that they don't have the better players. The league position says that they are worse than Inter Milan right now. However, when it comes to the Champions League and the fact that they are going to play in a shared stadium, and they've met, let's not forget they've met already twice in the Champions League in history. And the famous that famous picture of Materazzi and Rui Costa after AC Milan went 3 goals up in a game that was supposedly Inter Milan's home leg. All that I've said to let you guys know why I will still pick Milan here. Sentiments aside, or let me say sentiments included. The fact that they have a scourge, they just don't know how to play that slow viper called Olivier Giroud. For some reason, Inter Milan plays so fast tempo that they always look at Giroud and overlook him. And since Giroud came to the Italian Serie A, he has always scored against Inter Milan. How he does it, I don't know. I just know Giroud scored. That being said, it's shaping up. It's probably impossible to say this game will be 0-0. There will be no goalless game in both legs. I still do think that over the course of 2 legs, AC Milan will sneak in. It will be totally beyond my wildest dream, because I know at the start of this season, I said the quarterfinals appearance will be a successful Champions League season. But I think they are ready to take it one step forward, probably before we lose Rafael Leao to the vultures of the Premier League. Milan to get this over 2 legs.
All right, Kashi, I want to stay with you. City versus Real Madrid. Madrid basking from the effort of winning the Copa del Rey over the weekend as well. It's too much. They are just serial winners. They are just accustomed to winning year in, year out, so that when they don't win, they see it as a failure. Or when they come second, is a failure to Madrid. In their playbook. Forget whoever the president is. I think the worst president they've had is Calderon or whatever. Ramirez. That was the worst president they've had. But whoever is at the end of affair at Madrid, you just need to win. I don't care how. You come second in the league and you win the Champions League, it's still a failure for them. That's what happened in 2000. It's still a failure to Madrid. So the pedigree is high, the standard is high. Against City are just the new baby. They just want to seal something for themselves. They want to win, just to feel among, you know. And like I said, pre-production call, when I said it's just about pedigree. Sometimes you might be the richest kid, but you still knew that guy from Isolo. or from Shomodu to make you feel among. And that's the way City and PSG and Chelsea and the rest of those guys are. But what do you think is going to happen? I think Madrid is going to win this one over 2 legs.
So before I give my take, let's put it out there. Of all 4 teams left in the Champions League right now, City by a large mile has the best team. They probably even have the best coach. Okay, let's put that there. But it is the semi-final of the Champions League. Form does not matter. What matters on the day is whether you take your chances and you ride your luck. Luck, a lot of people don't want to admit it, but luck plays a big part. And also the fact that I believe that Pep Guardiola is haunted by Real Madrid. I think so. I think for some reason when it comes to Madrid, he overthinks it. Yes, he might decide to keep things simple by playing, just play to the strength of Erling Haaland. But I also need to say that Erling Haaland has not played someone in the mold of Antonio Rudiger, who is reminding me of Pepe in his heydays. He knows that the referee will give him a last warning before he issues his card, and he's going to make his most damaging tackle before the referee is ready to give those cards. So I think that is going to let Erling Haaland know this is not business as usual. All that being said, this, if it's based on form, should be a cakewalk for City. But I really don't know why I don't think so. Because when George Orwell was saying all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others, he was talking about Real Madrid. Real Madrid, for some reason, is more equal than others when it comes to the Champions League. I think it's a mental thing. I think it's a mindset thing. Those players walk past and they see 14 trophies. They've done it 14 times.
14 times. Can you imagine?
Something that will come into them. I told you guys it is a spirit. What I really meant to say, it is a mindset thing. So they will play as atrociously as they possibly can over 2 legs, but they will wumble and fumble into the final. I still give this to Madrid. Whether I will eat my humble pie, I don't know. But I think Madrid wins it.
All right, perfect. TJ, what about you? Do you think it's going to be Madrid?
Well, just like, you rightly said, City are playing better football at the moment, right? But don't forget too that, so Kachi just said that when they walk past that dressing room, they see that they've won 14 Champions League.
14 times, yeah.
It's more amazing when you actually think that 14 is when you look at it from the history of the club as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
But even the guys that have spent just 10 years in that club have actually won 5.
5 times.
So let's even leave the whole history. Benzema is coming out and is feeling I've won 5.
Smokes.
There's really nothing you want to tell him.
Toni Kroos 5. Modric 5.
Modric 5. You know, and that is why
Carvajal 5. Oh my Lord.
And that is why when they are even losing 3-0, there's something in the eye that just says they can sort it out.
We've been there
they
before.
can fix this game. And again, what I expect from Madrid is what they've done in the past couple of years. Madrid has never had that team that is actually so amazing in recent time. But somehow they've been able to play effective football. And that's what I expect again. They get the chances. They probably get 3 shots on goal and they'll be leading 3-0. Or maybe not leading 3-0, but they will have 3 goals scored. And then City's are probably going to create maybe 10 chances and they'll score just 2. And again, they have a very amazing, they have a fantastic keeper who does his job excellently well. And in the past couple of years too, he's been a very key, player when it comes to winning all of these games. And I expect him to be, to do the same thing, in the next couple of games as well. So again, I'll give it to Real Madrid based on experience and the mindset that the players, will come to the pitch with. But it's not going to be a very easy game.
It's not going to be straight in
back. Is going to come all blazing. It's been. I personally think Man City is close to winning that trophy. I feel so.
Yeah.
I feel so every year. They played in the last 5 semi-finals, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that is becoming very close. And of course, they're gaining experience as well. Even if they've not won. But the truth is, they're beginning to have that understanding of, okay, this is how this championship is.
This,
This is how we play it, and all of those things. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a very difficult one, but I'm hoping that Madrid will be able to.
At least they will know that 2 seconds might change the whole game. I can remember how Madrid won against City last season. It was just taking off. Jaglish missing that chance, and the game was about to end. I think it was just 10 seconds or thereabout, or 20 seconds to the end of the game.
Lost coordination.
And they scored. They just lost that coordination. What? Was it even loss of concentration? I don't even think so.
They were already celebrated. I think they were already celebrated.
Yeah, they got carried away.
It just happened. I don't even agree with you guys. They were not carried away. It just happened. And Rodrigo, or whatever his name is, scored that goal. And the funniest thing is the fact that, I don't know who told me this before. He said, put the Madrid jersey on 2-year-old boys in the Champions League. They probably used to win. And I want to buttress this with players like Vinicius Jr., like Rodrigo. These are small guys. These are young guys. And you look at the experience of KDB, Bernardo Silva, and the rest, and they are still bossing those guys. Anyways, I don't want to flog the issue too much. And of course, like I said before, Victor Osimhen has won the Serie A. He's the guy. He's the new king. He's the new lord of Naples. He has done something only Diego Armando Maradona was able to do 33 years ago. It's no mean feat, and I think saying this is not going to be overflowed. This is a team that had players like Cavani, Higuain, actually one of the highest goal scorers in the history of the Serie A. He scored 32 goals that season, while being under the tutelage of no other apart from Carlos Ancelotti. They've had Callejon. They have so many great strikers in the past, but none of them could deliver the goods for De Laurentiis except Victor Osimhen. I don't know if you don't want to praise your own. I don't know who else is going to praise it for you. This is the best striker in the whole of Europe as far as I'm concerned. Everybody can say it's Erling Haaland. I don't care. But for me, it's Victor Osimhen, 24 goals, 4 assists in the league alone. This guy played he played his first penalty sometime on Sunday. It was not the official penalty taker for Napoli. So those goals were from open play. None of it was from, he can score with his head from impossible angles. Great link-up play. Yo, he's the best for me, man. Victor Osimhen. I don't know if you guys want to elogize him. I'll give you guys 5 seconds to elogize Victor Osimhen if you want to. If you don't want to, I can do this the whole night. Tuji, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah. So the part I just want to say is, the beautiful thing with sport is, or with life generally, is the fact that everything evolves. But there's something about the era in which you grow and you understand how things are done. Victor brings that vibe of a proper striker. And the truth is, we don't have a lot of them anymore, around the game. Yeah. We have very few of those kind of guys that their job is not exactly to do a lot of stuff that is fancy and all that. But they know how to score goals. They know how to position themselves. They know how to time their run. And you know what is most intriguing about this kind of players is the fact that at times it looks like what they do is very easy. But it actually takes a lot of discipline and, studying to be able to get to that point where there's a lot of precision. They score goals you don't expect them to score. They do things you feel like, okay, you should have done it a different way. But they are typical goal scorers. They know where the post is. They know where the keeper is. They're not even looking. One glance, they have a picture of is in their head. And it's a lot of intelligence to be able to do that. They know exactly what they want to do. It's not just power. But when they are able to do those things, it's just beautiful to see him play. And most importantly, it is beautiful that he's Nigerian. And he's proud to be Nigerian. He's not just one of those Nigerians that just want to be Nigerian. No.
Exactly.
He doesn't, let me tell you how proud I think he is. When the average Nigerian gets to that level of stardom, they start to speak a very fluent English that I don't know where it comes from. Victor is not doing that.
Victor is just a typical PG boy from Isaleko.
So
Like
Victor just and again, he's an Olusosun boy. We like him, we love him, and I mean, God bless him.
God
I
bless
think my
Victor.
worry at the moment is the fact that I think it's that player that can put Nigeria's name,
Back on the
up
map.
there, But again, this is a very critical time for him. He's going to have to make a lot of important decisions in the next couple of weeks or couple of months. I pray that his management team, the people around him would be able to make the best of decision, not just focus on the money alone. He needs to get the bag, but he needs to find the best thing where he can flourish. Because the truth
You should
is
just go
that
to Bayern, man.
might not
Bayern Munich.
in everything.
Yeah,
So,
true that.
He needs to be able to pick the right team to
The
go
right
to where
team.
he from.
And that brings me to the next question, Kachi. Where should Victor go to? I'm saying Bayern, please. Someone should tell him. Bayern, please. Don't come to Manchester. Don't go to Chelsea. Please. Just go to Bayern. Just go and boss them in Bayern like Lewandowski did. Score 30 goals every season and be a legend, secured.
And he can do that. He can do that, actually.
I personally think everything about life generally has been that nothing is new under the sun. And especially in the world of European football, things are cyclical. In the early 90s, we knew that the Italian Serie A was probably the biggest thing after sliced bread. And then the English Premier League came and then also had this period of dominance. The Spanish La Liga came, had this period of dominance. For the last 7 to 8 years, it looked like the Serie A was in the doldrums, handling financial ineptitude from the biggest club, from Juve to Inter to AC. The only club that seemed to have some form of stability, even though they have an eccentric owner in Laurentiis, was Napoli. But generally now, the Serie A, especially when you start to look at the UEFA coefficient, Roma winning the UECL, and 3 out of the 4 Serie A teams playing in the last 8 of the Champions League. I personally think that the system Spalletti plays works very well for him, because right now any team he goes to almost immediately will now have to start thinking of changing their style of play to suit the strength of Victor Osimhen. So based on all that, I think, how as a Christian we say, prepare the way for the Lord. I think teams who are serious about Osimhen should use next season to prepare the way for Osimhen. All that I've said to say Osimhen should remain one more year. Whether he replicates the heights of this season or not, it does not matter. He did not play to this level before Napoli splashed almost 100 million on him to grab him from Lille. He didn't score this number of goals, but the innate talent has always been there. I'm only saying teams that are serious about grabbing Osimhen should use next season to prepare the way before he comes. So one more year in Serie A.
My own is he should not come to the Premier League. He should not come
because you know that you people will only offer 2 bags of Gary.
He should not come
because
to the
you know
Premier
that
League.
Arsenal will not win the sweepstake.
No, he should not come to the Premier League, because the expectation can kill you. All those kind of things, and the way things turn around for people is quite different. And like we said 4 teams. Champions League, they are bad child. Bayern Munich is included. And they are in a farmers league already. It's guaranteed that he will score 20 league goals every season.
He's already traumatized by the Bundesliga. Let's not forget that was where he first landed when he left for Europe.
It was Wolfsburg. That's true.
Yeah, so there's a little bit there. Yeah, so I understand the need to go back and slay your demons, but sometimes there's also the need to cut your losses. And go back to
PSG and go and get some back. Anyways, Theo Hernandez scored the goal of the season as far as I'm concerned. Unfortunately, I cannot show that right now. But of course, if you watch our page on Instagram, you will be able to see the goal. Kachi, just one thing before we move to the review of the Premier League matches over the weekend. It's the fact that how important is Maignan I mean the goalkeeper of AC Milan. How important is he to the team? Because I noticed something. The blowout, or should I say the poor run of form from AC Milan coincided with the time he was out injured. Absolutely. But since he came back, he has been providing that assist, that foundation for the counter-attacking football. He has put stability to the back four, even though Tomori is very susceptible as well as Simeon Kaya as well. They are not the most trusted center back there, but with him, they beam confidence. You see that exude of confidence coming from the goalkeeper, who happens to be very vital. So I just want to know, how vital is he to the team?
It's so vital that recent statistics showed that Mike Maynard is worth at least 2.2 points. It sounds like a lot of them are, but he's worth over 2 points to Milan every time he's on the pitch. That means a game that should have been a draw because of him becomes a win. A game that should have been a loss because of him becomes a draw. That is how valuable it is. And it is no coincidence, really, that with Tata Luciano, who is an able deputy, but not a number one. Tata Luciano's time coincided with Milan dropping points, losing to teams that the Milan really shouldn't have been losing to. Maynard's return coincided with Milan picking up form in the Champions League. Maynard's return is probably what will make Milan ultimately sneak into the top four of the Serie A this season. And let's not forget that Maynard's return, I believe, is what led a certain Hugo Lloris to say the French national team is no longer my birthright. I think I can hand over to a very capable hand. So without a doubt, statistics has shown it. We've seen the last minute save against Tottenham Hotspur, last minute save against Napoli in the first leg, the penalty save against Napoli in the second leg. All those were worth their points in gold. I'm glad he's on my team. Another savvy transfer business done by Milan, especially looking at how acrimoniously our young man Donnarumma left. Us being able to find such a gem in the same league that PSG. PSG had to come to Italy to get Donnarumma.
Kachi, remind me never to offend you, please. Just remind me anytime I do something bad. Just remind me. You can't afford to be on my bad side. Kachi has not forgiven that guy till date.
No.
It's been I can't forgive him. 2 years now.
3 years or so. 3 years.
And he's not doing well in
I cannot forgive him. Just a heads up to those who are basketball fans. It's 94-96. Boston Celtics has been able to recover from a 19-point deficit in the fourth quarter. 5 minutes to go. They are just 2 points behind 76.
My God. Okay, so what was Tuji's hot take the other time?
It was a Philly.
Feeling six.
Tuji, whenever I see that you're smoking,
it's 96 as we speak. 96 all as we speak.
Yeah, 96 all.
Oh, that's great. That means it's Celtic game then. It's Celtic. For them to come back that way, it's Celtic game. Anyways, to the review of the Premier League, Arsenal defeated Newcastle. That was one of the most interesting matches I've seen so far this season. End-to-end stuff. Newcastle eating the bar as early as after I think 30 seconds or 35 seconds. Arsenal with golden chances as well, eating the bar. Odegaard scoring that screamer from outside the 18-yard box, and that unfortunate own goal by Fabian Schär gave us now that win, 2-0 victory against Newcastle. A little too late for Arsenal right now, but it's still one of those things that they could do. It was an away victory for them against Castle. Castle have lost just once since Eddie Howe became their coach, and that was their loss against Manchester City at home this season. So Arsenal they are in good company, but when you are vying against Pep Guardiola, that's what you get. I watched something. I'm like, Arsenal were like jubilating. Arsenal fans were jubilating in the pub in the UK, and someone said it was the year 2000 and whatever. We got 99 points, and we did not win the league.
As a Liverpool fan,
so when you're buying against a demon called Manchester City, it's not a different ball game. It's a different ball game. If you ask me, and of course Chelsea came back to winning ways for the first time since Frank Lampard became the coach. Chelsea they've changed 4 coaches, I believe, or 3 coaches in the past couple of weeks to move from 38 to 39 points. But now, fortunately for them, they are on 42 points right now. So no relegation battle for them again. At least it's official. They are staying in the Premier League. And of course, Leeds United battled against City. City were lucky to eventually win 2-1. They went 2-0 up with Mahrez and Eke Gundogan combining twice to give them that early win. And of course, Spurs defeated Crystal Palace thanks to that glorious header by Harry Kane. 209 goals. 209 goals. This guy is a monster, if you ask me. People might talk about Victor Osimhen, they might talk about Erling Haaland, they might talk about Lewandowski, they might talk about Benzema, but this guy bossing at Spurs. 209 goals in 317 games.
Can I finish talking about Kane, please?
Yeah, please go ahead.
I can happen to be one of those strikers that I misunderstood. About 4 years ago, I was having a conversation with someone, and I never just saw him as a special player, and that was because around that time I was not really watching a lot of games. So I was just seeing a lot of numbers like this guy scoring a lot of goals. But every time I watch him play, I don't exactly get excited to see him play. So when I started watching back, I had to tell that my friend again that, bro, I made a very wrong comment about this guy. He's another very decent striker that understands the job. There's no fancy to his play. He's not about that. He just wants to. The only problem I have right now is Levy needs to please understand that. Just
leave this guy. Let this guy win trophy. This is so sad.
Based on what I just said, can I just give you a very funny statistics?
Yeah.
Ndombele left Spurs for Napoli and is a Serie A winner right now.
Oh wow. That's
and you know what? I was checking FPL yesterday. I was checking FPL yesterday, and they were showing the top 5 highest goal scorers in the Premier League. Harry Kane is second, and he's the only one that has not won the Premier League.
It's so sad.
It doesn't just make sense to say I scored X Y number of goals and I didn't win any trophy.
Alberto, it's not even about allow this guy win at least one trophy. And Chidi, I'm going to correct you on one thing. You said he understands the job. You're still making a mistake about Harry. And that's the fact that Harry now plays as an unconventional number 9. He draws back and plays like he's an 8. So it's not Harry is not just your. It's not like it's not like Alan Shearer. It's not like Andy Cole. Harry now plays like a Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney as a striker, not Wayne Rooney jack of all trade. Oh. Don't get me wrong. Not Wayne Rooney jack of all trade. Wayne Rooney a striker. That's the way Harry plays now. Like, I don't know. They should just allow this guy leave, for crying out loud. You can't score 209 goals. 209. They don't want him to leave.
No, I think he will leave at the end of the season. I think he will.
But his market becomes considerably small, especially if Manchester United goes into the market for Victor Osimhen. Because where does he want to go? Mbappe would go to Madrid because that one has realized I'm in a burning house. I need to leave this house before it burns down.
Madrid.
No, he's going to go. He's going to understudy Karim Benzema. And we kudos to Benzema for winning his 25th title with Madrid. That's aside. Victor Osimhen right now knows that he can't go to Chelsea because until Chelsea stabilizes whatever is happening with their coaching, Victor will not go there. That leaves Manchester United as probably the most logical option for Victor Osimhen. Now, who would you rather take? A Victor Osimhen, who is unproven, or Harry Kane? Daniel Levy may not want to sell to a direct opponent. He may not, because we know that
they are no opponents now.
Daniel drinks when other people are drinking. When other people are drinking ogogoro, Daniel Levin is smoking the ogogoro. So that's what I personally think. So the market for Harry Kane shrunk considerably ever since Manchester City went in and got the striker they wanted in any color. That's what I personally think.
Oh wow, that's I've never thought of that. That's a bad one. But he can go to Bayern Munich, right?
Really?
He can go to Bayern, and Barcelona has them.
He can go to PSG.
Yeah, exactly. Go to PSG. At least win a trophy.
He needs to win
something. He needs to win a trophy. This is unfair. This guy is probably the best striker of his generation.
Yeah.
At least in this generation, because Lewandowski and Benzema are ahead of him in terms generation-wise.
Yeah, they are not in the same generation. In his own generation, right now.
It's no generation. I don't think there's any.
He really has no competition right now.
I don't think there's a better striker than.
We can't call Mo Salah a striker, but
exactly.
But the truth is, Harry is probably going to end his career trophy.
It's going to remind you so much of this famous guy who went to Everton the year after Everton won the league, played there for one season, left, and Everton won the league the year after he left. Gary Lineker.
Oh, but at least Gary won something with Barcelona. He won something.
I know.
Gary is another great striker. Gary won something. They should allow this guy win something. Sports is just a cost. It's a cost club. Honestly, I'm trying to say that
next season is going to be worse for them. I don't see them doing any better next year.
With Newcastle, that wants to get Cristiano Ronaldo and Neymar. Do you guys see what happened to Neymar over the course of the week?
Neymar was booed by the fans and was told to leave the club. I think his time has also, like I said, Mbappe now realizes that remaining in PSG this year was a wrong move. That is a house on fire.
Well, who created? Is Mbappe the problem or the PSG?
No, it was no. Sorry. So we'll have to talk about Messi. Messi went to Saudi Arabia unsanctioned, right? Yeah. And Messi and Neymar are best friends. So when they turned against Messi, the fans turned against Messi. They were effectively.
Obviously, would turn
against Neymar as well, because Neymar still likes Messi's post and the rest, so they turn against Neymar immediately. So that's like a divided house already. It's a failed project. I think we discussed this last week. I don't know. Yeah, it's a failed project already. And if Neymar is coming, because the Arabs, the Saudi Arabians want a statement signing for Newcastle next season, going to the Champions League. They need a statement signing. It does not have to come and start playing very well. They just need a statement signing that would propel them towards their future goal. That's all they need Neymar for. Just call me, okay, you are Neymar, okay. You can attract better players now. Probably attract someone like Mbappe or Marcus Thuram or Nabi Keita or Kolo Muani. Or those kind of kids, just let's get them. Tchouaméni is not doing well at Real Madrid, let's get him. Camavinga is not doing well at Madrid, let's get him. They will get them immediately if they have someone in the mode of Neymar and maybe Cristiano Ronaldo on loan, even on loan for them. So like you said, it's not going to get better for Spurs. It's not going to get better for Spurs. It's not going to get better for United. It's not going to get better for Arsenal next season. It's not going to get better for any of those teams. If you don't have the money, you are sinking. That's the truth. Anyways, talking about sinking, United sunk again over the weekend against West Ham United. I don't understand. And Sheyi said this a couple of weeks ago that the fact that they don't have depth in their squad is going to affect them poorly, and it's affecting them. They left it very late against West Ham. West Ham is a woeful team for crying out loud. How do you even lose against West Ham?
Arsenal got a draw.
We drew against them.
They dropped 2 points after going 2 goals up. So don't go there. It's the Premier League. It is unpredictable. You know that.
When you are looking at the top 4, it's now getting more difficult for them. They're just 1 point ahead of Liverpool.
I totally want to disagree with you. Don't say that. West Ham is playing in the semi-finals for the UECL right now. They are in Europe. Manchester United are not in Europe. So let's not go there.
Kachi, they have just 37 points. They have just 37 points.
Yeah, 3 more points from freedom. 3 more points from safety.
But realistic, no. I think with the number of points they have right now, I don't think they're going to go down because Everton is on 27 points.
But
so I don't think they're going to go down. They're not saying mathematically.
3 more points from safety.
The last person that went down with a 27 point was Newcastle, and I think that was like 4 or 5 years ago. So, but mathematically they are still not safe. But realistically, what's happening with United? Alberto, before we leave on the show tonight.
So, for me, it's just a case of excitement from the United fans. I think they've had a very decent season. They now look a bit more. They look more a bit like a team that now there's a bit of structure. It's the coach's first year. We brought in a few guys that are playing their first year as well. And I think they should cut him some slack. Based on the the level of the club, it's okay to say, oh, this is a failure, that.
No, it's not. Definitely not a failure. Definitely not a failure.
Exactly. So for me, I think it's okay. They're definitely going to make Champions League football, which is a win for them. They should make it. I mean,
now you're saying you're more.
They should make Champions
League. They probably will not make it. They
should. I think they will.
Don't be so sure. Go ahead. They have Wolverhampton, they have Bournemouth, they have Chelsea, and they have Fulham.
I think their focus now to make sure they make Champions League football. If they are able to do that, then I'm going to say they've had a successful season, and then they can plan for the next year.
Yeah. Anyways, it's not better for Liverpool as well because Liverpool has Leicester City, Aston Villa at home, and Southampton away.
But don't forget that Liverpool is on a very good run.
Yeah, they won the last 5 games.
They won like their last 5 or 6 games.
Yeah.
And chances are, like we rightly said, all you need from the players is to feel like we can win the games now. We can get the result. We continue to do that. So chances are Liverpool can actually win the remaining games. It's very
Anyways, the best thing for both Liverpool and Manchester United is just to drag Newcastle to that mess. Once they drag Newcastle into that mess, then everything looks good for them.
So I think it's still very
exactly. Once they can drag the Newcastle into it.
I would love to see Newcastle play Champions League too.
I don't want them to play Champions League football. Honestly, I don't want to.
I want to see them play.
I don't want to. I don't yet. I don't want to see them play right now.
I know we're signing out very soon. For our basketball lovers, game four is moving to overtime. It's finished 107.
Wow.
I'm not sure right now. I'm going to go now and enjoy the overtime game. And, stay tuned to our social media pages as we give you what we believe a roundup of Olatunji's prediction.
Of course.
After Boston Celtic goes 3-1 up at the end of the game.
We're going to put Olatunji on every social media, TikTok, if you're following us on TikTok, on IG, on Facebook, on WhatsApp, everywhere.
I'm actually looking at the player statistics right now. It shows one of the things you said about playing team sports as a proper team. Now, the highest scoring player tonight is James Harden. He has 39
points.
Joel Embiid has 30 points. And guess what? The next 5 guys after those 2 are Boston players.
Oh, yes.
Smokes.
So what has happened basically is Celtic has played more of a team game tonight.
That has been the result. That has always been what I've said, that Boston has a multifaceted line of attack. they can come at you in any way. Al Horford can have an amazing game. Marcus Smart does not need to be great every day.
Every night.
But for 76ers to win, both Embiid and James Harden have to be great. That is the difference. That is really why I'm giving it to Celtics.
So Max Tyrese cannot even come up.
Tyrese Maxey on 12 points. 12 points. That's
woeful. That's woeful. That's woeful. The Celtic guys are amazing guys anyways. You can't take it away from them. That's an amazing team. I thought Milwaukee would be their Achilles heels, but right now I see them. I tip them winning the championship, honestly. If they can get their act together.
At least Jamora was right. The West has to go through Celtics, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's not about one thing. Anyways, that's the show. That's the wrap of the show. Thank you very much, Uncle Kashi, and of course, not so much Oracle Olatiji. Thank you very much.
Come on.
We'll see you again next week. My name is Sanjay Adewale. It's still the best sporting show in the whole of the universe. It's New Starter Sport, proudly sponsored by Bukezo Glam, where you can get all your glam, and of course, airing on a band radio scope, the #1 online radio in Canada, and of course on Queen's Light TV on Amazon TV. Thank you guys and have a wonderful sporting week.
Sign out.